Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Welcome to this unique masterclass about how to boost your e-commerce profits by at least 30%. I am really glad you have joined, and I hope you will enjoy this session and find it valuable. The purpose of this masterclass is to give you clarity on how to move forward with maximizing profits in your business. I can promise that at the end of the session, you will walk away with a complete step-by-step plan to transform your e-commerce business. So let's dive in. Did you know that 50% of small businesses fail within the first 5 years? This is according to the research by the US Small Business Administration. This fact is particularly relevant to e-commerce businesses. There are many reasons why these businesses fail, but there are certain common themes that arise time and time again. Lack of funds is the biggest threat to a business. So understanding your cash flow and careful money management is an absolute must. We see many e-commerce business owners confuse turnover with profit, but it's vital to understand the difference between the two. Otherwise, you may find yourself in a whole host of financial trouble. But don't despair. If you are not making as much money as you would like to, it's time to take a look at your finances and root out the mistakes that are eating into your profits. It is possible to enjoy all the benefits of running an e-commerce business and make much more than you ever could working for somebody else. As an online business owner, there is theoretically no limit to how much you can earn. Gone are the days of asking your boss for a pay rise. If you want extra income, it's up to you to get out there and earn it. The flip side to this is that there is no guarantees, unfortunately. It is a risky path, but the rewards are definitely worth it. Let's take a look at this quick case story of one of our e-commerce clients. Her name is Andrea. Her company is selling beauty products on Shopify, and she came to us looking for help as their accounts were in a really bad shape. Everything was all over the place to the extent that the owner had no idea how much profits the business was making or how much money they owed to their suppliers, not to mention lack of proper inventory records or recognition of costs of goods sold. E-commerce businesses have different needs from traditional brick-and-mortar shops. Unfortunately, this isn't always understood by standard accountants. We have made processing of their online transactions and cross-border trading and stock management a breeze. And now Andrea has more confidence when looking at the profit margins, and she's able to make right business decisions for her company. So let me remind you of the purpose of today's masterclass. It is to give you clarity on how to move forward with increasing profits in your business. I can promise that at the end of this session, you will walk away with a complete step-by-step plan to transform your e-commerce business in the next 12 months. When you started your e-commerce business, you likely had dreams of flexible working hours, more family time, and lovely holidays. The reality, however, it's different. You are working harder than ever, but the profits aren't flowing. You are stressed out and wondering whether you made the right choice. Perhaps you are even missing your old 9-to-5 job when you could switch off at the end of the day. If this is you, then you need to work smarter, not harder. You need to adjust your current practices and focus on maximizing profit margins in your business. it's likely that you, like so many others, are making some pretty common errors because you just don't know any better. It's time to work out what you are doing wrong and put yourself back on the path towards success. This unique masterclass will help you overcome common frustrations. Today, you will get completely clear on how to move forward with boosting your profits and walk away with a complete step-by-step plan to transform your business. So close your email, browser windows, close the door, and remove any distractions, including your kids. I need your full attention. Why should you trust me? The answer is simple. I have already helped many businesses like yourself. They came to me struggling with managing cash and understanding profits in their business. In many cases, like Andrea from the previous example, their accounts were in terrible state or even non-existent. But I used all my best abilities, knowledge, and experience to help them get back on track and maximize profits in their business. A few words about me. My professional journey started 25 years ago while working for big multinational companies. I completed my chartered accountancy qualification in 2015, and 3 years ago, I left the corporate world and decided to start my own company, Nimbus. After many years of successful career, I have plenty of knowledge and experience I can share, and I love doing it. My entrepreneurial journey was not a bed of roses at the beginning, and it still isn't. I experienced similar problems to many business owners who are starting out and trying to grow their business. For me, everything changed since I decided to niche down and focus on e-commerce sector. I noticed that my technical skills, ease of using software applications, paired with my extensive accounting knowledge, could be used to help e-commerce clients solve their burning problems. That's why my practice, Nimbus, in my practice, we are tackling the biggest issues that tripped up our clients, so you can skip the trial and error part. Many clients already trusted us, and they are happy they have made the switch. Let's paint a picture of you in the near future. Imagine if you could catapult your e-commerce profits and take home more pay. If you could know your business is recession-proof and it will survive the current crisis. If you could finish your work at 5 p.m. sharp every day and have free weekends. And if you could sleep at night like a baby, not worrying about profits in your business. Sounds great? Yeah, I think most of you would love that. The good news is that rectifying common errors you are making, it isn't rocket science. By transforming your accounting and maximizing profits, you can start running this lifestyle business you've always dreamed of and forget about coming back to a regular job. Today, I'm going to take you through these common mistakes e-commerce business owners make, and I will teach you how to avoid them. It's essential that you work hard to maximize your profits right from the very beginning to ensure that your company will not only survive, but it will thrive in years to come. So let's dive in. In my company, Nimbus, we are experienced in helping e-commerce clients boost their profits. We have seen our clients make common errors, which are draining their profits. And we have identified 4 secrets, which will help you avoid these mistakes. What are the secrets? Secret number 1 is poor cash flow management can drown your business. Secret number 2, you should focus on profit rather than turnover, means sales. Secret number 3, inventory control is crucial for e-commerce businesses. And secret number 4, you should really avoid cowboy accountants. Let's take a closer look at each of these secrets. How many of you have heard the saying, cash is king? I suppose that most of you did, and it is true. Poor cash flow management can really drown your business. First of all, you need to understand the difference between cash flow and net profit. Cash flow is the money going in and out of your business. Cash comes in form of customer payments and goes out in the form of expenses, such as staffing costs, inventory, materials, packaging, power usage, and rent. Positive cash flow means that more money is coming in than going out. This means that you have plenty to cover your expenses and keep your business afloat. While negative cash flow means that you are paying out more than you are receiving, and thus your bank balance is declining, going down. Why cash flow management is so important? Cash is the lifeblood of your e-commerce business. Without it, you can't keep moving. It's okay to have negative cash flow in the short period of time if you have sufficient reserves. But if this goes on for too long, you will run out of funds and may have to cease operations. Sadly, we have seen too many cases of this happening. The first step to improving your cash flow management is to keep careful financial records. Use cloud accounting system like Xero to record expenses and import sales from your e-commerce platforms. Set aside time each week to review your books and ensure that your records are accurate. You should also use this data to regularly prepare cash flow forecasts so that you can clearly see how much money is entering and leaving your bank accounts. If you have been neglecting your cash flow, it's time to make some changes. Good cash flow management goes a long way in protecting the financial health of your business against debt and also circumstantial changes and unforeseen costs, whilst enabling you to make smart and well-timed investments to drive the growth of your business. One way to improve your cash flow management is to automate your cash flow forecasts with the use of third-party applications. This allows you to eliminate manual work and run more detailed calculations and forecasts. Some great applications that work perfectly with Xero are Float and Spotlight Reporting. Revisit your forecasts on a regular basis. Weekly or at least monthly works great. This allows you to create comparative reports between the periods so you can see if you are on track. Could you set aside 2 hours per week to review your cash flow projections? I think this should be doable for each of you. Once you get into the habit, it will take you even less time, and the benefits for your business will be tremendous. What's the next secret? We see many e-commerce business owners confuse turnover and profit, but it's vital to understand the clear differences between the two. Otherwise, you may find yourself in a big financial trouble. So secret number 2 is focus on profit rather than turnover. So what's the difference between the two? Turnover is the money you take. It's the amount you generate from sales over a specified period of time, annually, for instance. Turnover, also called revenue, is one metric that can be used to measure the health and performance of your business, but it's not the same as profit. Profit is the money you make, so your turnover less your costs. Of course, increasing your turnover will boost your profit, but you shouldn't automatically assume that this is the case. For example, if you increase your turnover by 10,000, but if you spend 20,000 in order to do so, then your profit actually decreased, right? So understanding the difference between turnover and profit gives you a clear picture of how much money you are actually making and how much you can afford to spend. In addition to this, it allows you to understand which costs and practices generate the largest return on investment and therefore you can cut down on costs where appropriate, further increasing your profits. Confusing turnover and profit also encourages overspending because it leads you to think that you are making a lot of money, more than you actually are. This in turn cuts into your profits and can land you in a lot of debt, which will, on the other hand, halt your growth and further eat away at your margins. Let's look at this example. Let's say you take 1 million per year in the revenue and you spend 300,000. Your total profit before tax is 700,000. You then must take into account to understand your net profit after tax to see how much financial gain your e-commerce business will actually make. So if you pay another 100,000 in taxes, your business has gained the profit, net profit is 600,000, not 1 million, okay? I hear many success stories of 6-figure or 7-figure businesses showing off on social media, but in reality, they may be loss-making businesses if their costs exceeded revenues, which is not uncommon. So a better question would be, show me your net profit figure. If this is even 5-figure, that means you're not doing that at all. Can you see the clear difference between turnover and profit now? Can you see why you should not confuse them? It is really vital to understand the clear differences between profit and turnover. Otherwise, you may find yourself in a lot of financial trouble. Running an e-commerce business means you buy and sell large quantities of goods. So secret number 3 I'd like to talk about is inventory control. Understanding inventory management is the key to your success. If your systems are not working properly, it can affect every aspect of your business. Another significant issue we see happening in our clients' businesses is the recognition of COGS, cost of goods sold. Even if your e-commerce business revenue is looking great, your cost of goods sold may be really sending red flags. So why inventory management is so important? If your inventory records aren't proper and thorough enough, and your financial reports lack key information, you risk running into serious problems, which can affect every aspect of your business. The most important purpose of inventory management is to maximize sales of the right stock and minimize costs associated with old stock. When you buy inventory without consulting your accurate financial records, you risk making 2 mistakes: losing money from not being able to handle unexpected surge in orders, or having excess inventory that goes unsold. Cloud inventory management systems offer a valuable solution to this problem. They consider all available inventory information while providing detailed financial and business reports. Did you know that, according to Shopify, businesses lose nearly $2 trillion annually, $2 trillion due to mismanaging their inventory? That's a lot of money. Now you see why inventory control is a key factor in success of e-commerce businesses. It's never good when you run into issues with inventory levels because it can affect your business in every aspect. Can you see how important inventory management is now and how much it can affect your entire business? So if you are still using old-fashioned inventory control methods like spreadsheets, for instance, it's time to move on and leverage the use of modern cloud technology to help you. Let me show you a few examples of our e-commerce clients who boosted their profits by automating cash flow management, reviewing costs regularly, and implementing more efficient inventory controls. The first one, Adam, the managing director of a rapidly growing business, selling natural cosmetics internationally through multiple channels, so Shopify, Amazon, and also traditionally business to business. Their annual profits increased by 18%. And do you remember Andrea from the previous example? She owns an e-commerce company selling beauty products on Shopify. It's a growing business with considerable revenues. Their annual profits increased by 23% just by implementing the methods I mentioned earlier. And Juliet, she owns a startup business selling mineral makeup products through her website. She came to us quickly and managed to avoid the vast majority of mistakes. Their annual profits increased by 31%. Would you like to save as much as Adam, Andrea, and Juliet did? I believe the answer is yes. So wait until the end to find out what exactly you need to do. And time for the last secret, number 4. When you are looking to maximize profits in your business, cost-based hiring often seems like a good idea. However, this is a very short-sighted approach that can actually drain your profits and land your business in financial trouble. So what's secret number 4? It's simple. Avoid cowboy accountants. Many assume that all accountants offer the same quality of service, but this could not be farther from the truth. This is particularly relevant for businesses trading online, as the e-commerce accounting is quite complex and presents many challenges that not too many accountants can deal with. Why expert e-commerce accountant is the best choice? You shouldn't focus on how much money it will cost you in the short term, but how much money they can save you in the future. There are many cheap accountancy firms out there, but you really pay for what you get. Many businesses fail to realize that anyone can call themselves an accountant without any qualifications or experience whatsoever. An accountant can be anybody, but chartered accountants study for many years to pass their exams and gain a wealth of practical experience. So therefore, they charge more than cowboys who have no knowledge or expertise whatsoever. Another important thing is to look for their experience in e-commerce industry. The complexities of taxation, VAT, inventory management, COGS recognition, high volume of transactions going through e-commerce businesses. These are main aspects general accountants really struggle with. So cheap accountants are hired based on cost rather than quality of service. Therefore, a cheap accountant will most likely do a bare minimum for your business. But this puts you at risk of mistakes, which can result in potentially large costs. So cheap accountants prove expensive in the long run. Let's come back to the previous example of our e-commerce clients who came to us looking for help with their accounts, which were in terrible state. That was because their previous accountants did not have relevant expertise and they were not equipped to deal with e-commerce accounting. So Adam, the managing director of rapidly growing business, they lost approximately $95,000 trying to fix the accounting issues caused by improper system setup and mistakes made by previous accountants. And do you remember Andrea from the first example? She owns an e-commerce business selling beauty products on Shopify. It is a growing business with considerable revenues already. And the cowboy accountants made a total mess of the company books. I haven't seen anything like that, in fairness. It has already cost Andrea $25,000, and we are still fixing problems from previous years. And Juliet, she owns a startup business selling makeup products through her website. Luckily, she came to us quickly as soon as she realized her previous cheap accountants could not handle the job. But still, it has cost her $8,000, which is quite a lot of money when you are just starting out. So ask yourself a question. Do you really want the cowboys to handle your accounts? Do you want to lose money trying to fix their mistakes? I don't believe you do. And just to highlight again, services of a quality e-commerce accountant can totally transform your business. In fact, they will help you to fix the problems you didn't even know you had. Expert accountants aren't hired based on cost, so it's their interest to boost your profits as much as they can possibly boost them. This is more than a compliance cost. This is an investment in your business that will dramatically boost your profits going forward. And believe me, it's easier to avoid problems in your books than to clean them up later. Would you like to avoid losses that Adam, Andrea, and Juliet made just because of hiring cheap cowboy accountants? Just to remind you, Adam lost $95,000, which is 6% of the revenue. Andrea lost $25,000, 4% of her total revenue. And Juliet, $8,000, which is 10% of her revenue, just to fix the accounting issues in their business. Would you like, on the other hand, to save as much as Adam, Andrea, and Juliet did, just by automating cash flow management, reviewing costs regularly, and implementing more efficient inventory controls? Adam, his profits increased by 18%, Andrea by 23%, and Juliet 31%. So what should you do to avoid making common mistakes that our clients did? The answer is simple. You need to follow our 5 steps profit maximizer method in order to transform the accounting and boost profits in your e-commerce business in the next 12 months. Let me walk you through the process. You will also receive a PDF copy of this 5-step process, so don't worry. Step 1, analyze your current accounting processes setup. You should review the systems and software applications you already have in place. Our simple systems checklist will help you with that. More about that in the next slide. Step 2, identify any profit-draining inefficiencies in your e-commerce business, as per the 4 secrets I have revealed today. And step 3, specify what should be done to rectify these mistakes now. I have given you some hints and suggestions during this masterclass. Step 4, implement zero cloud accounting system and integrate it with your e-commerce shop. This is a must if you want to run a profitable e-commerce business. And step 5, maximize your profits going forward. As simple as that. So let's take a look at the checklist, systems checklist, which relates to step 1, and it will help you to analyze your current accounting processes setup and the applications that you already have in place. I will also send you a PDF copy of this checklist to help you. Let me walk you through the checklist. So what should you do to analyze your system? First of all, do you use any cloud accounting system? Zero is the one that we recommend. Do you review your records regularly? On a weekly basis would be great. Even if you do it every 2 weeks, it's not bad. Do you use an application to capture your supplier receipts and invoices? I mean, cloud applications like HubDoc, for instance, or Auto Entry. There are many of them. It really helps you keep track of your all expenses on a regular basis and do not miss on VAT reclaimable, okay? Is your Shopify or Amazon store or any other selling platform you use, is it linked with your with your cloud accounting system like Xero? So all your sales flow through in real time and you don't miss anything, all right? And the next one, do you use any inventory control system? Okay, so many of business owners use simple spreadsheets. It's better than nothing, but a spreadsheet is a very cumbersome tool. to use, and it is not efficient and rarely provides accurate accounting records for inventory. So we would highly recommend cloud applications. There are many on the market, and really they are very useful. Next one, is your bank account linked with zero? By bank account, I mean any traditional bank account like AIB in Ireland or Bank of Ireland, or also PayPal, Stripe, or any other Revolut payment methods that you are using. They can also be linked with Xero in order to get direct feed of your bank transactions in real time. So you don't have to worry about them. They flow through automatically. Next, do you use cash flow application or a spreadsheet? Even a spreadsheet, simple spreadsheet to control and prepare your cash flow forecast month on month. Even that will help you. So if your business falls into difficulties like during the current crisis that we are experiencing, you are prepared for that. You know what to expect when you need to look for additional funding because you can't pay your employees in next 2 months. You won't be able to do that, or you won't be able to pay your VAT. Even the simple spreadsheet will help you. There are many fancy applications as well, but it's the next level. Start from the spreadsheet. That's better than nothing. Does anyone help you with the bookkeeping? That's the next question. I know that business owners tend to do a lot of DIY stuff, do it yourself. It's not a good idea. You think you are saving money because you don't pay any bookkeepers or accountants, but you're actually losing money because the time you spend on processing your invoices, you could be growing your business and looking at options to save money or to earn more money or to sell more products. You are losing money doing it yourselves, okay? And the last one, do you work with an e-commerce accountant? So that's an issue, the secret number 4 I talked about. Avoid cowboy accountants who have no idea how to deal with e-commerce accounting because it will cost you a lot of money. I showed you on the examples, okay? So that's the checklist which will help you with our 5 steps profit maximizer method. The one I'm going to come back to it in a few minutes as well. So let's move on. Today, I promised to show you clearly how to move forward with maximizing profits in your e-commerce business. And I also promised you that you will walk away with a complete step-by-step plan to transform your e-commerce business. And I kept that promise. So let's recap. I showed you most common profit draining mistakes that we see our e-commerce clients make. And I have identified 4 secrets which will help you avoid these mistakes. So secret number 1, poor cash flow management can drown your business. Look after your cash flow on a regular basis. Do not skip that under any circumstances. Secret number 2, focus on profit rather than turnover. And remember, profit is not turnover. Even if you make a lot of sales, you can be making losses if your expenses are not under control. Secret number 3, inventory management. Inventory control is crucial for e-commerce business. If you do not record your inventory properly, it can hit your profit and loss and eat into your profits really drastically. And secret number 4, avoid cowboy accountants who have no idea how to deal with e-commerce accounting. It can cause you a lot of trouble, which will cost you a lot of money to fix, okay? And I also showed you our 5 steps profit maximizer method, which will help you transform your business and boost profits in the next 12 months. If you really follow these steps and use our checklist to transform your business and follow through exactly as we prescribe, I can promise that within the next 12 months, your business will dramatically change for the better and your profits will increase. Okay, what to do next? Now you have 2 choices. Option A, do it yourself with what you have learned today. It might be more trial and error, and you might be wishing you had done better by this time next year. Or option B, fast track your results to maximum profits just by engaging with us in the next 90 days. Which one would you prefer? Just let me remind you, the 3 examples we looked at. Adam, annual revenue, 1.5 million, profit increased by 18%. Andrea, annual revenue, 600,000, profit increased by 23%. And Juliet, annual revenue, 80,000, profit increased by 31%. Would you like to save as much as Adam, Andrea, and Juliet did just by automating their accounting, reviewing costs regularly, and controlling inventory? And another example of losses made just because of hiring cowboy accountants. Adam lost 95,000, 6% of revenue. Andrea lost 25,000, 4% of revenue. And Juliet lost 8,000, 10% of her revenue. I trust you would like to avoid losses that Adam, Andrea, and Juliet made just because of profit draining mistakes. So what are the next steps for you? If you are ready to boost your profits, take home more money, and sleep like a baby, here is how you can get help. I have set aside some time in the next 3 days to speak to you personally about how we can apply these ideas to your business today. Whatever your biggest challenges in your e-commerce business, we've seen them and we know how to help you. When you come on the breakthrough call, we are going to get you clear on 3 things. 1, the biggest problems your business is currently facing, we are going to identify them. 2, identify profit draining mistakes. So it can be one of these or all of them that I mentioned today. We will help you identify what's not working in your business. And we will create a practical plan for transforming your business and boosting your profits in the next 12 months. And what's the cost of all of that? It's absolutely free. Who is that call perfect for? You showed up today because you are working harder than ever, but the profits aren't flowing and you want to take home more money. You showed up today because you are stressed out and wondering whether you made the right choice in the first place. And you want to sleep at night like a baby. You don't want to worry anymore. You showed up today because you want to catapult your profits by at least 30% in the next 12 months. You showed up today because you want your e-commerce business not only to survive the recession, you want it to thrive for years to come. Why are we doing this? We are actually passionate about working with innovative and open-minded e-commerce businesses who are not being afraid of using technology. We love to have this individual relationship with our clients. We also know we've been able to help others like you who are making common profit draining mistakes. And we know we can help you on this breakthrough call alone. And if we decide to continue to work together, that's great. If not, that's good too. You are not risking anything. This breakthrough call is by application only. I only accept 10 people at a time because I want to make sure it's the right fit and that I am able to help them. So if you are interested and you want to book your call now, you can click on the link in the chat box. I'm going to paste this link into the chat box now, so you can use it if you want. But you will also receive it after the call. You will be, after this masterclass, you will be redirected to this website. Okay, so that concludes our session today. So we have some time left. So if you have any questions, I'm open to answer them. So if you have any, please type them in either a Q&A box or a chat box. I'm open to answer any questions that you have. Any questions? But if you don't have any questions at the moment, don't worry. I know we have covered a lot. It's a lot of material, so you need to digest it, and maybe you need some time to think on everything and the actual questions you may have. So don't worry, you can email me anytime after this masterclass. Once you receive the materials, maybe you will want to dive in and digest everything again. So don't worry, you know how to reach me. You have my email. You can send me an email with a question and book a call anytime that suits you. Okay, so if there are no more questions, no questions for today, that concludes our session. Thank you very much for joining today. It was a pleasure to speak to you, and I hope you found this session valuable. That's it for today, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye for now.